Where are we, Hals? Oh, she needs a help. Oh, look, she's found friends already, look.
Count them.
Yeah, there we go. No, definitely excited. Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped. Now then, over the last 6 weeks or so, we've had a huge new number of subscribers join the channel, over 6,000 actually. So for any of you who's new to the channel, welcome to a dog walk video. These started in lockdown about 18 months ago. I haven't done one for a while, and I've had lots of requests. When's the next dog walk video? So I've got a couple of really important things to talk to you about. And I thought we'd come down to West Wittering Beach because it is beautiful today. It's a tad cold and a little bit windy, but actually for the first time as well on a dog walk video, I'm actually joined by not just the Petrol Pup and the Petrol Pooch, but Mrs Petrol Ped's with us as well. I might even get her on camera in a little while. Super windy today. Darcy's having a little bit of a problem with her coat. It's blowing up. Morning, Mrs Petrol Ped.
Morning.
It's a bit chilly.
It's bloody freezing.
Okay, let's start this video by talking about the subject in the title. It's impossible to be 100% correct on the internet. Where on earth is that coming from, and what do I mean by it? Well, I kind of want to start this video by just saying I am not an expert. I am an enthusiast at best. And whenever myself or any other content creator, whenever we make stuff, especially if it's a car review, we do our research as best as possible. If that's a new car launch, that might be we get a press briefing. If it's an owner's car, we'll probably talk to the owner, understand as much as we can, and then try and get that across in the videos. And the big challenge I have with that is that we're not always right. And it may well be that you kind of talk about stuff in a video that it's not right and it gets picked up by people in the comments. And clearly I've had a couple of videos on the channel recently. The most notable one is probably my hybrid e-CVT gearbox video, where I kind of try to simplify things because I think you as an audience, I try and view it as a kind of generalist audience. I've got such an eclectic mix of stuff that comes on the channel. I just try and simplify things and make it appropriate for a generalist audience. We go. We've now got dogs being played with up there. So I probably simplified it just a little bit too much. And I got some criticism in the comments, and I went back and made another video. Then my recent golf video, again, I put some comments in there and people picked up that it wasn't a Mark V engine, it was a Mark IV. And I kind of totally get that. However, what I would say is when you start getting comments like that, as positive as you can be, and I'm a super positive person, it just starts making you think about things and making you doubt yourself. And the reason I wanted to talk about it is not so much in relation to just me, because I'm a big boy and I can deal with it, but when you get that constant level of criticism, and the challenge with the internet, when you put anything online, and I know we put ourselves out there on a pedestal, when you put anything online, it would be like writing an essay and getting 50,000 people to proofread it. There's gonna be fault found in it. And the challenge is if you let that get to you, and at times it does get to me, I start to question myself. I start to doubt whether or not I really not know what I'm doing, but sometimes you think, is that the right thing? Is it correct? And it starts doubting you, and then that spoils your flow and it spoils your approach to things. And it's quite difficult to deal with sometimes. And I'm okay, I can kind of get on with it and move on. But I think when we think about that in life, I'm getting all philosophical and, a bit kind of lovey-dovey here, but when we criticize people, or it's easy online, right, to put a comment in a YouTube video and not really think about the consequences of the content creator that's made that content. I just think we need to be a little bit more careful than that, because sometimes it can have a really adverse effect. So the takeaway is, I try really, really hard to get everything right. It's not a good thing to get things wrong, but sometimes those right things, it doesn't have to be wrong by a tiny amount. If you're doing a car that's a make or model that you've not done before, there's a whole bunch of enthusiasts out there that will know far more about you. And I think just, we try our best sometimes. So that's my point. I get it wrong sometimes, I know that, but I try my best to get it right, and hopefully the vast majority of you see that, and that's okay. But by goodness me, there's some pedants out there on the internet. Lots of them. Go on. Now, turns out that Mrs Petrol Ped overheard me talking to that last bit to camera. You got some views on this, mate?
You're too right, I have. It makes my blood boil. And actually, not just because it's you and you're my husband, but for people who choose to be a coward by writing that thing down, who aren't brave enough to say it to your face, it just really frustrates me. No one's saying people can't have an opinion. A different opinion is all good. But make a decision to write something constructive and thoughtful, and the person that you're writing about is a real person. Choose to do that and be kind, as opposed to the way you behave.
It's good having a dog, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there you go. The boss has had her say, but yeah, it just boils our bones. Anyway, lots of exciting stuff happening on the channel. So this coming Wednesday, there's a very, very big announcement for the channel. I'm not going to say anything about it. Tune in on Wednesday. It's a kind of midweek 180 special. But the announcement on Wednesday totally changes the landscape for the channel going forward this year. So my plan is to really take the channel to the next level. I've worked very, very hard for 6 years to get to the point where I can pretty much say YouTube is my job. It's very weird when someone says, hey, what do you do? And you go, I'm a YouTuber. And they go, well, they either say, what's that? Or they go, aren't you a bit old to be a YouTuber? Oh, look at this, look. How beautiful is that? Unfortunately, the sun isn't really helping me today in terms of the direction it's at. Come on, dude. So yes, very exciting news coming to the channel on Wednesday. So I'm going to carry on lots and lots of different cars. And the really interesting thing, the more and more I learn about YouTube and how the algorithm works from the guys at Studio 71, who've been a really big help over the last couple of months, is that actually you don't really do yourself any favors as a YouTube channel if you're very diverse, if you have a big range of things. If I just tuned into one thing, one manufacturer, the algorithm gets to know you for that manufacturer and you end up being pushed up in the rankings, and videos tend to do quite well. But that's just not what I'm about. I'm not wanting to do that. I want to bring a diverse range of things. New cars, electric cars, sports cars, supercars, classic cars. They're all cars. I don't care. I've said many, many times before, I'm a car nut. I don't care what's under the bonnet, whether it's a petrol engine, a diesel engine, a hybrid powertrain, an electric powertrain, or a hydrogen fuel cell. I really don't care. It's the car that, and I think we can all look at a car and take the best out of it. So I will be continuing to do that. But tune in on Wednesday, because honestly, it's quite special. A bit like that for you, really. a white one. Millie the Minx. Oh look, finally walking into the sun, although the wind is a bit of a challenge today. So now then, next news, merch. Now, lots and lots of you bought merch when I was working with Control and Shift. I had loads of different printed t-shirts and mugs and stickers. And then Control and Shift at the back end of last year decided to close doors and stop operating. And since then, I've been looking for a new partner to do merch, because I'm still getting requests from you for car stickers and all kinds of things. Now, you'll be pleased to know that actually I'm going to be working with the guys from Control and Shift and the guys from Legacy Legends, the guys that make those really cool vintage looking mugs, and they do a whole range of really cool stuff. So there'll be more details coming very, very soon. Within the next couple of weeks, I'll be announcing details. But basically what we're doing, I'm going to pare back the merchandise that I'm going to offer. And to start with, we're actually going to move away from screen printed stuff. We're going to go to fully embroidered. I've got some really lovely designs. We're just going to do a really simple range of t-shirts in just 3 colours, and a range of polo shirts in 3 colours. You can choose the different Petrol Ped logos, and I've got a new logo as well. We're going to do some mugs, some car stickers, and then we'll see how it goes. We might evolve that and do some hoodies and jackets and things. But to start with, nice and simple, a new range of Petrol Ped t-shirts and polo shirts, because I think, you know, a few of you have said, what about embroidered? And embroidered's always been super difficult to do. If you've never done anything like this, normally with embroidered merchandise or embroidered apparel, you have to bulk order. You have to get, I don't know, 100 or 50 or 20 shirts done. And the problem with doing that, there's a big upfront cost. And then if you don't sell them all, you're wearing your own t-shirts for the rest of your days. But with Legacy Legends, we can do effectively stitch to order, which is certainly makes it a lot more cost effective. So I'm really excited about the new merch that I'll be bringing to the channel very soon. So stay tuned. Certainly within the next couple of weeks, I'll be making more announcements. I'll even show you what it looks like as well. Might do some modelling. Never happier than when she's playing with the dogs on the beach in the sunshine. My whole world right there. The next brief thing I want to talk to you about, and this is me kind of opening up to you as an audience, is just health and well-being. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you might well have spotted a few stories about me seeing my personal trainer and getting into running and so on. But I've always been quite an active and fit chap. In the past, I've run marathons, I've done triathlons, I've done long distance bike rides, and if you follow Cycle Sunday, you probably got the gist of that. However, when Petrol Ped really started taking off, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago, it kind of just absorbed my whole life, and all I was thinking about was making the next video, and I never really thought too much about my own fitness and my own well-being. A couple of years ago, I decided to cut out meat from my diet, although now I'm an elective pescatarian. We eat meat every now and again. But I started to notice on videos that I was putting on a bit of weight, a bit of paunch in my cheeks and a bit of a beer belly coming on, and I'm going to hit my big 50th birthday this year, and I decided to do something about it. In the back end of last year, I started to see my trainer James again and work out with him once or twice a week. And I've really got into my running, my off-road fell running and cycling, and just feel so much better. I'm eating cleaner, I'm drinking cleaner, I'm exercising a lot. I've probably lost best part of a stone in weight. I've put on a lot more kind of tone and definition and muscle, all because we've got a holiday coming up. We'll be walking on the beach in Maldives very, very soon, so this is kind of a precursor to that. But the reason I wanted to bring it up in the video is I just feel so much better in my own being, mentally, physically, and that's just down to just eating a little bit more sensibly, drinking a little bit less, exercising more, and the difference it's made to how I feel is just immeasurable. And I know some of you have reached out and you've been doing your own journey since Christmas, and I hope that you're carrying on doing that and that you have the motivation, and if I can be part of that motivation in any way, I don't know, by watching my Instagram stories of me doing some exercise, then that's all well and good. but I just think it's really, really important. I'm not getting any younger and I want to be one of those really active pensioners at the age of 60, 70, 80 years old, still doing stuff. Still a long time to go before then though, but I do feel much, much better. So there you go, the end of the dog walk. Well, it's not really, because we've got loads to go yet. We're just going to keep walking and walking and walking. The girls are going to keep playing with other dogs. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that one. So yeah, I had a few things to get off my chest, a little bit of news to share. But yes, hopefully these kind of little looks inside my thinking about stuff might make some people think twice about, I don't know, picking fault in someone's work, whether it's online or in the real world. Doesn't really matter, to be honest. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that one. Make sure you tune in on Wednesday for my big announcement. I know I'm bigging it up, but it is quite big. And then I'll drop some information as soon as I know more about the new line of merch. And we've got some really cool videos coming soon. But for now, we're going to enjoy our walk. Hope you enjoyed that one, guys. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol Ped for plenty more content to come. I can't believe I've got Mrs Petrol Ped in another video.
Yeah, I did get used to it.
Would you like to do a Q&A with Mrs Petrol Ped again? Hit me up in the comments, put it in the comments. But anyway, for now, I'll see you on the next film, guys. You take care. Drive safe.